Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Drinks with Dempsey. I hope the microphone's working. All the lights on it are green, so it looks like it's working. I've been working all day and all week long, just like many of you. Except when I work, I let my fingers do the talking. Bonjour, Sam Nosh. Cheers, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the weekend. Hello, Allison and Kathy. Kathy, did you get the package in the mail yet? Hello, Valerie. Welcome back. So I have had an interesting week so far, and I'm holding back. I'm holding back some information. It's not a lot of information, really. Just a tiny little bit. It's nothing crazy exciting. It's just what we talked about last week. But I thought that it would be cool to share some things with you. I don't think I'm breaking any sort of terms of service by doing this. And so I am pretty excited about it, though. I think it's pretty cool, and it's all in part. It was all in part due to your encouragement last week. So you didn't get the package yet. Let's see. Okay, yes. So I had two that went out this week, and the other person said that he hasn't gotten it either. So the mail is running a little slow right now. I guess a lot of us realize that. Most people realize their mail's running a little slow. So just keep your eye on the mailbox, because I did send it and it hasn't been sent back. So it should arrive soon, but I don't know. We'll see. You two are my guinea pigs, Kathy. You're one of the guinea pigs for the shipping stuff that I'm testing out. So if you receive your package, then I will probably be going forward with those shipping options, and I will be able to start flooding the store with new stuff when I have a moment to do that. But this week's been very busy, because this week I've been working on book 2 of the Relic Runner series, second full-length book. I'm calling that first serial like the prequel or whatever. Kathy, I don't think it'll get stolen. I don't think you have to worry about that. But if it does, I'll send another one. No big deal. So if you're wondering what I was sending to Kathy Veglio, everybody, my own in-state hero who won the contest last week, trying to figure out what this key represents or is for, the meaning behind it. And she got it. She got it right. And you know what? She earned it. She stayed persistent. She sent in the most responses. She wanted that autographed copy of the Milestone Protocol. And dadgummit, she got it. I clapped lightly because, if you're listening to this on headphones, I didn't want to, send you into the realm of tinnitus. So she deserved it. And some of you worked really hard at it too. There were a few of you that, you submitted some really good responses. I saw some good ones. But Kathy eventually worked it out. She worked out the solution. And the answer is that these are replica keys to the Stitzel in Weller Distillery in Kentucky, distillery that makes Blade and Bow bourbon. Why is that important? Ernie, you're not a drinker. Why do you care about it? I care about history. I care about the United States of America. And I care about American history. I care about world history, and I want to learn more about other histories. And if I'm going to get a dual citizenship in Portugal, I'm going to have to learn Portuguese history, because you have to take a Portuguese history test to get that citizenship. Or if I'm going to get a citizenship in some other country like Greece or something, I'll have to learn that stuff. I'll have to really drill down into it. But American history, I've taken lots and lots of courses on. I took a bunch of world history courses too. But American history, I took 2 semesters of U.S. history as electives in college. My friends were like, "Why are you signing up to take U.S. history?" And I said, because it's cool, number one. Number two, I really like the professor. I'll come back to that professor in a second. I need to get back to the point before I forget, especially because I didn't sleep last night. I got maybe a solid hour. And so my brain will be a little... So back to the key, though, in the Stitzel-Weller distillery, and why I care and why it's important. Because bourbon is it's an integral part of the United States history, of American history. And the art of distilling bourbons and American-style whiskeys is something that's really unique to our nation. And so I think that it's important to learn about that stuff. And I think it's really cool. And I think that there's a lot of interesting stories behind some of these older distilleries, like the Weller Distillery or the Jack Daniel's Distillery in Lynchburg. Each one of them has really, really interesting stories. And some of them burned down. They had to rebuild. Like Jim Beam lost a huge batch a couple years back with a fire. And so I think it's really interesting, that stuff. And so I thought, I'm going to share this little thing. And so that's what I did. I was sitting right here on my desk, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna run a contest, impromptu contest for this. So congratulations, Kathy. You did it. I hope that your prize arrives. And if it doesn't, I'll just do it again with a different shipping option. Back to the professor in U.S. history. And I'm gonna do this is gonna be a little bit shorter today, because, and by shorter I mean like 35-40 minutes, because that little girl's downstairs sitting on the couch, and I walked by with my Smash-A-Rita, and she goes, "Daddy, come sit with me." And I was like, okay, I'll be back down in like 45 minutes, buddy. I mean, I can't. You know how hard it is to say no to that, especially as a dad, because dads are suckers. I mean, we are suckers. And I can't help it. I mean, I tell her no, from time to time when it's something that I need to say no to. The important stuff. Daddy, can I have a 6th donut? No. Daddy, can I go run through that water? It's 37 degrees outside. No. Can we go to the pool? It's 37 degrees outside. No. So there's important things to say no, but there's other times where it's like you have to say yes. So I took those 2 U.S. history courses, and I took them from I might have talked about this on a previous show. I'm sure I'll talk about it again someday, because I repeat myself all the time. But I took a course from this professor whose last name was Pettibone, and this guy was so unique. He was so interesting. Some would say eccentric, and those people that said that would not be wrong. But he was awesome, and he loved to skew your grade based on your midterm and your final essays that he put on the end of his, on these exams. So you'd have to, go through this exam, and you take the test or whatever, and then at the end there's a big essay. And I think might have even been the test was the essay. Feels like maybe that was right. Like the semester finals, I think, might have just been essays. If not, there was definitely an essay as a part of it. And of course, as a writer, like at heart, I loved essays because I can talk all day long and I can do it with my fingers. And so, although today I didn't get as many words done as I wanted today because I started. I'll tell you that in a second. So yeah, anyway, this guy was amazing, but his essay process was interesting. He would give us 3 topics to be we had to study, and he would give you 3 topics to study for, but he wouldn't tell you which ones were going to be on the test. He'd flip a coin a couple of times, and the winning essay topic, 2 of the 3 got included, and the third one didn't get included on the test. And he would flip that coin the day of. So that's how he did it. It was really interesting. And I don't know why he did it like that. I don't know what, who gave him the idea. Sorry, I'm checking something over here. A little distracted. But I don't know why he did it like that. But he was a fascinating person. And so you had to study for 3 essays. Okay, no big deal. I'll study for 3 essays. And so that's what we did. We'd study for 3 essays, and I didn't care because I liked writing essays. And so he would flip the coin, and then I would expound on these details of the topic. And I remember getting comments back from him about those things where he was like, I'm really impressed. I can still hear his voice, even though he wrote this, but really impressed with all the detail you included about this. I never even knew about that thing. That's how the guy talked. And he was a trip. I mean, he was so funny, and he would freak people out. Like he would like in his class, he would get on there. He would walk up to the front, and he would stand there for a second, and then he would start talking and pacing around. And one of the most interesting things that he did was he would raise and lower his voice. So it was like riding a surfboard on someone's voice. And it would be calm and calm and calm. And it was really interesting. He'd say things like, Abraham Lincoln was one of the greatest presidents to ever live, according to some. But is that the reality? And like, he wasn't angry. He would just raise his voice. And every once in a while, it would startle people. Like people would be sleeping in his class, and then they'd be like dozing off. And then, oh, what happened? Freak him out. He would also like walk up, because it was like stadium seating. He would walk up the stairs on the sides and just walk along. And there's an aisle with an empty seat in the middle. I just have to go past these 15 people to get to it. And that's what he would do. He'd start walking. And then he'd get to the middle, turn and face the front. And he'd just give his lecture from right there, right next to people. He was a really interesting dude. I enjoyed the class immensely. It was a good time. So I had fun with that. Good times. But those times were a long time ago. Let me say hello to some of the people in the comments first. Hello, Kevin and Kat. What? If you guys didn't see, cool. I'm going to call you by your last name because it's easier, and I don't want to screw up your first name. Kowalski. If you didn't see the video that Kowalski sent me on the fan page, go check it out. It's on YouTube from Saturday Night Live, like what's 8 years ago, Kowalski. I don't know how I ever missed it, but go check it out. It's pretty amazing. Hello, Dr. Kelly. Yes, Allison, it's another green drink. Yeah, so if you saw his comment about the abacus conundrum, if you want to know what that joke means, go watch that video after we're done here in about 20 minutes. So anyway, yes, Allison, I have a blue room right now. I love the color blue. And in fact, I have LED lights under my desk that are blue. And so, yeah. Oh, 1 hour. Yeah. Insomnia sucks. It definitely sucks. Hello, Jonathan. Good to see you. I'm sure he did, Sam Nosh. This is a family show, so we're not going to discuss any of that. So, what I was working, I'm keeping everything clear so far. Not too bad. So what I was working on earlier today, a couple of things. Obviously, I was working on book 2 of the Relic Runner series. I'll give you the title for that book in just a moment. Kowalski, you're distracting me with your comments. So great. And it's so true. You got to go watch that video after this is over if you haven't seen it, because that's what we like. All those titles are like my titles, Kevin Tomlinson's titles, everybody's titles in my genre. We all do that. It's like we're all title swapping and character. And I'm like, it does make it tricky to be original. And I'll admit, I've been reading less in my genre lately so that I'm sure to keep it original. So I'm not accidentally, because you'll do that. You'll just absorb an idea and not even realize you're like putting it in your own story. Now I'll do Easter eggs. Like I'll do stuff that references, people that I admire, or, movies I love, books I love, stories, whatever, video games. But yeah, it's, but I've been reading some different genres lately to keep from doing that. Got to keep reading. So I was working on The Courier today. That's book 1 in the Relic Runner series for Dak Harper. Got it back from my editor, Jason, last night. Started working on it a little bit today, and I will finish up edits on that probably Sunday morning. Send that over to Anne, let her do her editorial thing. So I would expect The Courier, Relic Runner book 1 to be available April 2nd, I believe. I don't see any reason why that can't be the case. In fact, tomorrow night is the 27th. That'll give me almost exactly 4 weeks. I think I will put it on pre-order tomorrow night. Just got to set a reminder to do that. So don't really have a big day planned tomorrow. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. That's interesting. I did just have some cacao from Creo Brew. I guess that's how you say it. All right. Next thing that I was going to tell you, all leading up to something fun. I think I can do a screen share. Yeah, it says I can. So another fun thing that, well, I think it's fun. Maybe it's not fun at all. Here you go. So Relic Runner book 2 in the Dak Harper world that he shares with Sean White. That Dak Harper series, book 2, I am about 80% done with book 2. I hope to finish it by Wednesday. That's what I told Jason a few days ago, that I would be done with it Wednesday. I'm really going to have to hit it hard, though, for about 4 days next week to get that done, like Sunday through Wednesday. So it might be Thursday or Friday, but I'll be done with it by next week. And from there, I'll start on book 3 because you guys know the plan. I'm pushing out three Dak Harper books really quick before July. So we're going to do those, get those out to you. And book 2 from Dak Harper and the Relic Runner is, I'm changing pace a little bit with the titles on this series. I'm going to do things differently. And Kowalski, it's not because of that video. Okay? By the way, I love your picture. That picture is amazing. It's not because of that YouTube video, excuse me. It's just because I want to change things up a little bit. Different series, different kind of titles, you know, like I did for Adriana and the Shadow Cell series and that sort of stuff, changing it all up a little bit. So, yeah, I'm calling this one 2 Nights in Mumbai. So book 2 of the Relic Runner series is going to be called 2 Nights in Mumbai. I thought that was pretty cool. And Elena is already working on the cover. There you go. So I can't wait to see what she does with that one. It's going to be good. The first one was pretty awesome. I mean, it was awesome. She does such good work. What's up, Jonathan? Other Jonathan. Oh, you got Barry's new book today. Okay. Enjoy. I hope you like it. He's a good writer. Steve Barry's a really good writer. Man, he's good. He's a good researcher too, which is obviously important in our little world here. So, but I will never Oh my goodness. I wonder if I can do that, Kowalski, and not get called out by Saturday Night Live. I don't know. It's you guys are hilarious today. Thank goodness it's not one night in Bangkok. Hey, you never know. Dak may spend a couple of nights in Bangkok. Okay, yeah. There you go, Kat. Thank you for remembering that. I didn't even remember that. You remembered. I'm struggling with remembering things lately. I'm putting too many things on my plate. That's the problem. But whatever. Got to do it. Got to keep rolling. Got to keep rolling. All right. Yeah, H. Kane. Now that's a good call. The only problem is one of my friends that's a writer, he's a novelist. He's got a Kane character like that, and I don't want to mess with that too much, but that feels like it's an H. Kane that he's got too. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Maybe I'm thinking of Harry Kane, footballer from Tottenham. So there you go. Now you have that song in your head. Oh, yeah, it's Steve Hiram. I knew I wasn't crazy. There you go. Thank you, Samnosh. All right. So last week, we were talking about creating some art and art that, for prints, wall prints, some NFTs, like digital stuff that I'm going to start doing. Like they're digital collectibles are a huge thing right now, and maybe none of you guys are into that stuff, but some people are into it. So I'm going to create some digital NFT stuff. I'm going to do some regular like wall prints and things like that. So I am running currently a contest with a bunch of designers, and I received my first. I've got about a day and 14 hours left on the contest before I narrow it down. Right now is the qualifying round. So I'm going to show you. Let's see what I've got here. I am going to show you. It's funny. I'm going to do a screen share. At least I'm going to try. That's the plan. And see. Oh, I don't need that. That's weird. Okay. There's one of them, and I know you can't see them yet because I haven't started the screen share yet. I'm pulling up the images so you can tell me which ones you really like best. Now these are all going through to the next round because they're the best ones so far. But these artists have done, and some of them are just sketches. But these artists, these things take time, obviously. But some of these artists have done a great job of putting the ideas out there and getting them ready. So here is, let's see, I want to show them to you in an order. So we'll do an order like this. Okay. So now I've got this ready for you to look at. Hello, Shelly. Wow, that's a deep cut, Allison. That is a deep cut. Marmaduke betrayal. You gotta stop, Kowalski. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. All right, let's do a screen share. Can I do that? It's easiest with 2 monitors. Yeah, but then I've got 2 monitors, but then the other monitor doesn't. Then the sound gets killed. All right, here we go. Yeah, so you're going to see like this whole weird thing. That's all right. I'm going to get rid of it. Here we are. Now, I can't see your comments right now because I'm not running 2 monitors because for some reason when I run 2 monitors, the sound dies. So I can't see your comments yet. So I'm just going to show you these right now. Although I am going to pull up that thing again. You can see my screen, right? Like you see like the whole Escher looking thing going on here. This is what it looks like with my comments. This is what it looks like backstage. Can you guys see that? Just say yes, one of you. Maybe you can't see it. Yeah, yeah, yes, no, maybe. I'm just going to assume you can see it. Okay, you can see it. Thank you. All right, so first off, take a look at these samples. And these are first iterations, okay? I really love this, what this artist did. You know, it looks a little angry here. You know, Sean looks a little pissed. But, you know, maybe he would be if people are shooting at him. I really like these two here, though, a lot. And again, they're concepts, but I love the hair here. I love the pose. Looks like he's standing in a cave or something, maybe. And this artist told me, like, these are the initial sketches. These are the concepts I want to, you know, expand on and do all that. And so really like it. Like, very cool, especially these two. Really, number 2 is my favorite. That's not a bad pose either. And then just checking here to make sure you guys are okay. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. And this one, again, this person sent me a couple. They sent this one that's not colored in yet. And they might, you know, make it a little slimmer because Sean's strong, but these shoulders are more like Tommy's shoulders. You know, like once Tommy started working out and he like bulked up years and years ago, it was, you know, that's more like Tommy's shoulders. And the face looks a little older than Sean's, but still really cool, right? Like that's a cool, somebody did a great job with this one. And I'm not releasing the artist's names. I actually don't even know the names. I only know their handles on the site that I'm using to find them. But pretty cool. I think it looks awesome. And then I'm just looking at it. I'm like, I kind of want that one. Now, here's one. While I did do this, I set this contest up for Sean Wyatt. this artist sent me this character with blonde hair, and I said, you know what? That kind of looks a little more like Dak Harper. It looks a lot more like Dak Harper. And could you, so I said, would you mind making their hair dark? So they did it, and this is what they came up with. Really cool initial concept for a Dak Harper figure, I think. I think it's cool. And then there's this one, also a different take. Isn't it interesting how artists come up with different takes on these things? It's so cool, right? Here in this cave, found some like, you know, ancient gem or stone or something. Like there's this back here on the wall. Like I really like this one a lot. I would slim the arms a little, maybe change the hair a little, but I really like this one too. Like this is cool. And I want to see what else they do with this, or what else they can do with some other stuff. And yeah, pretty sweet. And then here's the last one so far. Whoops, I'm gonna get rid of that for you. You can't see these things yet. These are the things I'm working on. I don't want to give you spoilers. No spoilers, people. No spoilers. Don't freeze these and look. Don't look at this scene stuff. I gotta get rid of these things. Why didn't I do that sooner? That's a VPN. All right, there you go. Look at all that. And here's the last one. Pretty awesome, right? This was the one that you saw earlier, just colored in. Moved the words around a little bit. Pretty sweet, though. It's going to be really difficult to decide which ones. Right? Pretty cool. Let's see what you guys had to say about it. I'm going to stop the screen share. There we go. Cool, huh? Oh, you guys seem to like it. Now I can see your comments again. Inception. That's what I was thinking of, Kowalski. You hit it right on the head. That's what I was trying to think of. I said Escher, but Inception is what I was thinking of. Yeah, pretty cool. You're welcome, Bren. You're very welcome. I don't have to do anything because this program that I use takes care of that. So, and that was one of the things that I was. That's one of the things I was interested in when I was looking at a streaming platform, at least like this. So I'm glad that you can see it. Yeah, it does look like Splinter Cell, Kowalski. You and I are eventually going to hang out and play video games, probably. Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, Kathy. I knew it. I knew it. Glad you guys like them. Very cool. I know, it's really cool. Yeah, Dak's got the the bigger muscles. That's why I told some of those artists, I'm like, yeah, trim him down a little bit. He's functionally strong. Nice reference, Allison. Indeed. Okay, there was one more thing I had to do. What was it? I just thought of it a second ago, and now I can't remember. I should have a list of talking points somewhere, like on my iPad, or I don't know, but I don't. I need to, if I'm a professional. Oh, there it is. We also talked last week about setting up a Twitch channel, and I looked into that, and I'm still looking into it. But I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to set it up so that I can do a Twitch live stream, maybe once a week, playing video games like Assassin's Creed or Tomb Raider or stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe like first-person shooters. You got it. Some of those things though, like there's some. For those of you who are, averse to obscene profanity, probably won't want to watch those games. But and not everybody's into that. But whatever. If you want to hang out while we're playing video games, that's cool. We'll do the whole Twitch chat play thing. Another thing I'm looking at doing is creating a Discord community. So that'll be a little more time intensive to do that. But it seems like that's the thing that I need to do next after the Twitch thing. So there you go. Yeah, I do have a PlayStation 4. I don't play it very much because I'm more of an Xbox guy. But Uncharted was one of the sole reasons that I bought a PlayStation. That and the Spider-Man game. So, but I haven't touched the last Uncharted game yet. So I'm a little nervous about playing that one and Tomb Raider because those new games have gotten so intensive with all the different stuff that's involved. Like the new Tomb Raider games were like, there's so much crafting and things like that like I just want the two pistols and find lost clues and shoot the bad people. So I'm on both, Shelly. Most of the time Xbox, like 98% of the time Xbox. And then sometimes PlayStation. No, I did not get the PlayStation 5 though. Maybe when it's on sale in like 2 years. I'm not always in a hurry to get the next new thing. Yeah, Medal of Honor is a good game. You told me this, Allison. I don't get on Twitch enough. I'm thinking about doing it. I'm also thinking about doing a live stream on Twitch that's a talk show, but I've got to mull that over. I've already got so much work to do that it's hard to get all the words in that I need to get in to write the book. So I don't want to pick up too many things and not be able to do what I need to do to write stories. So, but I'm thinking about it. I mean, look, if Joe Rogan, can do all these things with the hours he has, or like some of these other people that seem to do a million things in 24 hours, I can figure it out. But I also don't want to be just working all the time and exhausted. So, stuck on the train in Uncharted 2. Okay, Shelly, I got stuck on, was it Uncharted 3? I got stuck in this town and I couldn't figure out where I was supposed to go or what I was supposed to do. Like I was supposed to find something and I couldn't find it. It was weird. Yes, you can watch me cook on Twitch. That's true. I haven't done anything elaborate lately. Tonight I'm going to make chili lime sweet potato tacos. It's a vegan recipe that I'm going to be using. And by using, I mean making up as I go along. And so I'm really interested I'm really excited about that because I made them the other night and they were excellent. So I'm doing it again. I'm make them again. 2 times in 1 week. Okay. Sweet potatoes are good for you. And they're easy to grow. So there you go. Bought a PlayStation. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, The Last of Us. Yep, I got that one for free with mine. I got like 3 games with it because I bought my PS4 late. Like I got it when it was like 30% off or something. Like I waited to get it. I wait late sometimes to upgrade my tech. Like my last laptop, I made it last like 5 or 6 years, and I just got a new one this last year. So, yeah, I'm the same way, Kowalski. I like to watch it. I enjoy playing the games, but I like watching other people play. And when I go over to my old lead guitarist's house, he'll be in his studio, playing some game on his computer, and I'm like, oh, cool, I want to watch this, and then I'll watch it for like an hour, and I'm just as happy watching people play them. So, yeah, he's a PC gamer. Only games I ever got into on PC were like Unreal Tournament, and that goes back a while. And then there are a few others on PC. There's some ways that doing on a PC is way, way better. And then there's some ways I don't like because there's so many keys and stuff. I'm like, there's already too many buttons on a controller. I don't need to have to remember all these keys. I do have a gaming desktop sitting down here, but I haven't been doing anything with it. I mean, I'm doing something with it, but not games. That's cool. Indiana Jones and the Spear of Destiny. Oh, you mean this? There might be new readers. There might be new readers that haven't read the first 8 books. But if you are a new reader, just know that I have written about the Spear of Destiny. In fact, what's really funny about that is that I didn't even know what it was called. I started writing about it, like the artifact itself, before I knew it was called that. And then I started finding stuff about the Spear of Destiny out there online, and I'm like, I wrote about that. I mean, I'm writing about that. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay. So a huge sweaty monster keeps killing you. I wasted my flamethrower, which I need now. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Wait until the market makes it where I had no choice to upgrade to blue. Yeah. Like with my phone, the other day, somebody was like, oh, you look at you got the iPhone 12 Pro. And I'm like, yeah, because my last phone, the battery wasn't, holding the charge as long, and like it was starting to act funny. Like when that starts happening, that's when I get the new device, when it stops working as well as it did before. But I'm not chasing the next hot thing. So anyway, I don't have a PlayStation. I love reading too much. That's good, Kathy. I like it. I honestly don't get to play that much. I'd like to be able to, because it's like a vacation for me when I can play. I'd like to set aside an hour every day to be able to do it, like in the evenings. But by the time nighttime comes around, I'm exhausted. Like, it's wake up, do some writing, check some stuff, do some of the back end stuff, then play with the daughter until Granny shows up, come up here to the office and write, do my workout, run errands, write some more. Granny leaves, I play with the kiddo. Mama comes home, we play with the kiddo. Kiddo goes to bed. I'm exhausted. So like sometimes I usually what I do is come up here and just work more. Like I try to get a little extra done. And then by the time it's all over, I'm like, yeah, it's 9:45 and I'm really not motivated. When you're not motivated to play a video game and you're somebody that grew up on video games in the 80s, like the birth era of video games, when you're getting an alarm, when you're doing that, when you're feeling that time, that's next level laziness. When you're not motivated to play a video game, or just next level tired. Hey, Kathy, boring is amazing. The less dramatic stuff that happens, the better. Save the drama for, television and books. Oh yeah, exactly. It is like, that's why I love it, Kowalski. It's yeah, I love it because of that right there. It's a novel and a movie, and you play through it. Most of the time when I play these games, like playing Assassin's Creed, Odyssey, and I'm actually gonna keep playing that game because I've got a long ways to go. I'm not quitting now, but I think what I'm gonna do is play Assassin's Creed Valhalla from the beginning on Twitch with you guys. So we'll get to see some Norse historical stuff that's probably been a little fabricated, but and Assassin's Creed premise of that's pretty awesome. Memories that are stored in DNA, your ancestors, which I actually think is a thing. Sounds sci-fi-ish, but where else does heredity come from? They can't explain where it comes from. Well, it's in your genes. Well, why is it in your genes? Well, we don't know. Just okay. That's why it's called practicing medicine and not doing medicine. Yes. What am I cooking for everyone tomorrow? Wait. Why would I be cooking tomorrow? I'm not cooking tomorrow. We are going to Cracker Barrel for my father-in-law's birthday. So there you have it. Cracker Barrel. So for me, it's going to be a cheat day. It's going to be pancakes for me. There you go. Pancakes. All right, guys. I've got a little 5-year-old downstairs waiting for me. So it's good to see y'all again. Meiosis and transcription factors. Okay, Sam. We will. Can we all come? Sam, we'll talk. Okay, you and I are gonna have a little talk about that, because I know you're smart with that stuff. You know more about that stuff than I do. Show off. Oh, look at me, meiosis and transcription factors. You were the kid you're the kid I sat next to in biology class and like copied their test and their homework. Like you're the one everybody was cheating off of in class. Like, there we go. Yep. The secret to really pulling that off in a class, college, high school, whatever, wear a hat. You wear a hat to class on test day. Your lucky hat. People are like, oh, you put the notes under the built. Nope. But you sit like this. No, you don't know where my eyes are going. Nope, you have no idea. You can see them right there. But if I lower that hat down, you can't see a thing. I'm just really focused on my own paper. Not that I ever did that for a class that I never needed. All right, guys, I see some people are saying goodnight. It's time for me to say goodnight as well. I will see you Sunday morning for coffee. Maybe I'll have some more. I can't share them on Facebook Live. All right. You have a wonderful... Jonathan, that's great. That's awesome. Listen, swing over to the fan page and check out the video that Kowalski shared. I posted it, but he's the one that shared it with me, so I posted it. Check it out. You're going to get a good laugh if you haven't already. So anyway, I'll see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, as always, it's wonderful to see you. Yes, Allison, I have this blue room. Maybe I'll change it to green next time. You never know. Y'all be safe out there, and I will see you on Sunday. Cheers.